This has been over a year in the making right here. I hope y'all gonna be as excited as I am about today. Y'all, look at this handsome fella right here. Oh my gracious. I hear you, Thomas. For some reason, his lady happens to be on the other side of the fence there. I'm assuming she flew over. And y'all, Thomas is not a good flyer. He's just not. He's a big old boy. And hey, Scott, you come up here now. Now Thomas is woman now. He gonna get upset. You hear me? He gonna get upset at you now. I thought we may have a strut off here. Don't look like that's gonna happen. No, that doesn't look like that's gonna happen. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go do some things, y'all. Okay, y'all keep strutting. Y'all, I can't. This is a big day. This has been over a year in the making right here. I can't. This is. I hope y'all gonna be as excited as I am about today. Good morning, boys. I got some big news today. Yep, some big news today. What's up, partner? How you doing, sir? Huh? How you doing? How you doing, Big Daddy? Hey, Momo. How y'all doing? So as most of y'all know, over a year ago, I got one of the most precious gifts that a grandson, or at least in my case, it's just me, that I could be given. And that was my granddaddy's 1940s Ford 8-in tractor. And as most of y'all know, when I got it here, it wasn't running well. Matter of fact, it wasn't running hard. It wasn't running at all, honestly. And I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I worked on it. I never could get it going. My buddy, Brent the builder, whose wife is a cattle rancher. She's a cattle farmer. And they have tractors, and they're using tractors all the time because they do bale their own hay and all that kind of good stuff. He reached out to me and gave me a name of a gentleman that works on tractors that's like 5 miles from me. Well, y'all, we took the tractor over there. He's had it a while. Don't get me wrong, he's had it a while. But that's because there were several tractors in front of mine. Then the holidays. Then he had neck surgery. Then I had to order some parts. Then he had to have the brakes rebuilt. Anyways, he called yesterday. The tractor's ready. Y'all, the tractor is ready. So that's our plan. Our plan is to go pick the tractor up today. I want to use it so bad. It rained 2 inches yesterday. It's not the ideal time to be messing with the fields. But we're going to do something on it. I can tell you that right now. We're going to do something on it. He's got it running. He went through everything that I told him to. He had the brakes redone. All kinds of stuff had to be done to it. But it's ready. It is ready to roll. Good morning, Goldie. Hey, girl. How them eggs coming? How them eggs? What's up, Nug? What's going on, partner? Obviously, he's not sitting on eggs, so we're still in limbo there. But one thing that's not in limbo, Nugget, is my tractor is ready. Can you believe that? I cannot be more excited, y'all, about the tractor. Oh my gracious. I mean, I've just been thinking about this tractor, and thinking about it, But there was nothing that was out of my hands, nothing I can do, and I knew the situations that was going on, so just gotta be patient. And my patience is gonna pay off today. Fingers crossed. Oh, I can't tell you guys how bad I want to run my spring tooth harrow in my new gardens, my garden plots. That's what I want to do bad. It's not the ideal situation though. I tell you what, we'll pull the tarp back and look at one of them and just see. We'll just see. Oh, wait till the farm hears about the new tractor coming. Woo! Man. I gotta keep the boys out of the barn. It's like a bull in a china shop. They come through here wide open, knocking everything over. Whatever they can find's a toy. Oh. Guess what? My granddaddy's tractor's ready. You know what that means? Well, probably not gonna get any done. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna pull the torch back and see. But you know, I may even retire the side by side and just use the tractor when I need to ride around. I might have to get me a little trailer for it. What you think? Good morning, y'all. As y'all can see, man, I'm telling y'all, we got some rain and it come down too. Shows 2 inches. Feels like all of it came at one time in the boots, but it did come down yesterday. But we needed it. You can see the pastures are starting to green up, y'all. Spring's in the air. It looks great. Y'all look at that rubber chicken. Y'all see it? It's in the emu's pasture. That's quite curious. Talking about yesterday in the rain. So I came out here yesterday and just did a checkup because we went out of town yesterday. Me and Mary Carl went to the movies, and I did just a general checkup before we left. And it was raining. It wasn't raining hard, but it was raining. And you know, we keep all these stalls open, so all of them are open. And right here, y'all, Jesse and Honey were in this stall together voluntarily. This was all on their own. They could have went to any stall in here, right? They could have went in this big stall. They could have went to that stall on the end. No, they were in here together. Together. It made me so happy. So happy. And look right now. Y'all look way down there. There's Honey, there's Mildred, and there's Jesse. How about that? So I must say, Jesse and Honey are officially buddies. Now, I don't think they're BFFs yet, but I think that's coming because they really do seem to like each other a good bit. But hey guys, Granddaddy's tractor's coming home today. Coming home. Can y'all believe that? I'm so stoked. I just rolled the water hose up. Maybe they're still there, but I had an audience. Look. I got Sylvester and Biscuit watching me. Oh goodness, you two. All right. Well, talking about mechanicals and getting the tractor going. So, day for yesterday, we fooled with the bus. It has been an ordeal. The chickens are so loud. So, day for yesterday, we replaced all the fuel lines in it because we were having a fuel leak. And I thought, I'm gonna replace all the fuel lines. If one's leaking, then they're probably all gonna start leaking. Then, what I did is I drained the tank out and flushed the tank out 2 times. Still had rust. It's not as bad as it was originally, but we still have rust issues. It looks like it's clear, and then it just comes back. Well, drained the carburetor out twice. Still won't crank. I could spray it with starting fluid. It tries to hit. I pulled one of the spark plugs out, and it looks like it was dry. So my gut tells me that it's not getting fuel because of rust. I'm thinking the jet in the carburetor has been stopped up or got stopped up by a tiny piece of rust. It won't take much. Got past the fuel filter and has stopped up the carburetor again. And then I said, you know what? I'm done with the rust issues. So I ordered a gas tank. Y'all, the only reason that I haven't replaced that gas tank is because to replace a gas tank in a Volkswagen bus, the engine has to come out. And on my particular model, it can't slide out because I don't have the removable apron. It has to come all the way down. So that seems very daunting to me. That's never done it. I've never worked on a Volkswagen bus before in my life. And it's just had me a little worried and nervous about doing that. I called a buddy of mine who is a Volkswagen expert. He loves these old Volkswagen buses. He lives in our old hometown. So, getting over there to him and all that kind of stuff is semi-problematic. Well, I called him, told him what was going on, told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, look, it's no big deal. I know it's a big deal to you because you've never done it before, but trust me, it's not that big of a deal. He told me what I needed to order. He told me what tools I needed to get. I ordered what I needed to order, went to Harbor Freight, bought the jacks and jack stands I need to do this with. He said, when it gets there, call me, and I'm going to come help you do it. So, when all the stuff gets here, he's going to help us pull the motor out, show me how to do it, because once I learn how to do it, then I'll feel a lot better if I ever have to do it again. And he's going to help me get it going. So I believe in the next few weeks, the bus will be perfectly fine and running like a soul machine like it was the day we got it. That's pretty awesome, isn't it, Biscuit? Yeah, that is pretty awesome. All right, I think me and Brooke got the farm chores done this morning. I think everything is ready. We can leave the farm and go get the tractor. Yes, sir. That's it. That's it. You got right in the back though, girl. Come on. Ready? There you go. Maybe we ought to paint a flag on our barn like that. I love that barn.
I'll stand out the bottom and hand you what you need.
I love it.
I like it too, but I don't like heights.
They just recently redid it because it had faded to nothing.
That's right. And that's what would happen to us.
Oh gosh.
We'd constantly be retouching it up.
We're coming up on the Flying Peaks barbecue up here. They will soon be open. I think maybe next week is when the Flying Peaks is open.
Yeah, they're not open. They're gated.
They'll be open soon though.
Whew. I'll be there too.
Heck yeah.
I've been craving some barbecue.
Mm-hmm. I think that's good. If I have any questions, let's show call you. She's coming home. She is coming home. I told Mr. Gary that this ain't no antique show tractor. I'm gonna use this thing. He said he got it ready just in time for gardening. I said, you dang sure did, buddy. That's exactly right.
I'll have to park that orange one.
I am going to use this thing. Well, y'all, we are back home. And there's a couple of things that I need to do to this before I start driving. He told me what I needed to do. He told me how to work the fuel system. He told me how to choke it and crank it and that kind of thing, which is very, 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 very helpful. This isn't no spring chicken. This is if my memory serves me right, it's a 49 model. I have to go back and look. It's been a minute since it's been here. But it is not a spring chicken, so he told me exactly what all I needed to do. The battery is weak in it. He said he was going to replace it, and I told him that wasn't necessary. I would go get a battery. I was just excited to get it home. So I do got a battery down here already for it. I need to put the battery in it. And another thing that I want to do is while I was working on it, I took the front grill off, and I love to get the grill back on there too. My plan is to learn how to drive this thing. This isn't a new tractor. This isn't Brooks Kubota. It's things that are different on this versus the other one. It's similar. Don't get me wrong. It's all similar, but it is different. It steers different. It drives different. It stops different. So I want to get a feel for this before I go out there in the field and start trying to do some, you know, semi-precise garden work. But for now, I just want to drive this thing. I just want to drive it. This is a 6-volt system, which means the positive is on the ground. I don't understand it. I'm not going to try to understand it. Like the gentleman that worked on my tractor, I asked him about it. He said, that's just how they're made. We don't have to understand how that works, just so long we know it works. Now, a lot of people do switch them over. They make conversion kits where you can convert it over to 12 volts. Now, I've had a lot of you guys reach out to me, and I've seen various opinions on both. A lot of people like to convert it, mainly because it's what it's what we do now. There's hardly any 6-volt systems left, if any. And so the parts are a little bit cheaper. Sometimes the parts are easier to find, and it makes it a little bit easier for you to work on. But I've had a lot of people say, leave it like it is. That's the original setup. That's how they would leave it. I asked Mr. Gary, who worked on this for me, what he would do. He said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if you've never seen it before, look here, I'll show y'all. Look at this. Hang on, let me tighten this up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's gonna blow your mind if you've never seen it before. So y'all, this is the positive cable. It is connected right over there to the battery, right there. Straight to the battery on the positive side. Now look, it comes down, and look, it is grounded to the tractor. So the positive is the ground. It has a positive ground. Yeah, don't ask me, y'all. I don't understand it. But like Mr. Gary said, that's just how they're made. Oh, and I trust him. That's how they're made. So this is supposed to go up like that right there. So let's see, after I get all this off, if I can remember the instructions on starting it. Oh, he said give it open. Opens this way. 1, 2, 2.5 turns will be fine, which we just did. That's the fuel bowl, so the fuel will shut off. He said always turn the fuel off when you're not using it. That was the number one thing he told me, because he said they're so easy to flood. All right, next up, that's got to be the clutch. That's the brakes right there. All right, next up, he said, give it a choke. Got choke. Get it right there. Key on. Let's see here. Got to put it in neutral. He said they're really cold nature. It's gonna take it a minute. But once it gets warmed up, she'll purr like a kitten. How about that? So it definitely is a little cold natured. I got it up on top of the hill here. You can see where I'm at. And just ain't quite warm enough yet. It's almost there. Now see how this island really smooth and low now? We can even go further down. All right, let's get to the barn. We're rolling. I'm gonna take it around a little bit. This is so enjoyable. You guys have no idea. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Y'all, I don't even want to take it to the barn. I just want to drive it. Oh my gracious. And I'm just in first gear. She got 4. But I ain't trying to race nobody. Y'all listen, I got it on low idle. Once they got warmed up, he told me this thing would just run. I mean, listen, it's just... It's almost like some music, ain't it? Oh, goodness. Okay, for real, I'm gonna take it to the barn. I'm gonna get this battery tied down, tightened up, and I'm gonna put the grill on the front. Listen to it. Hey, Sheriff, don't worry about me, buddy. I'm doing the speed limit. We're good. I honestly did not want to cut it off. Oh, let's put her in gear so she don't roll. Oh my gracious. Y'all, I cannot tell y'all how happy I am right now. I don't know if the video shows it or not, but I am giddy. Ain't that right, Holly? Yeah. I felt like I got the hang of it pretty much, but I still want to drive it a little bit before I get out there in the field. All right, Holly. Half inch. We need a half inch. Right, one there, and one right there. So I've been saving this sign, been hanging on to it. One of you guys gifted this to me, and I thank y'all so much. And I've been hanging on to it so when I got the tractor, I could hang it up because that's where the Ford's gonna be parked. It's gonna be parked under here under the lean-to of the barn, kind of where we got Brooks' tractor parked a lot of the time. And so I've been waiting to hang this sign up. I got another sign one of y'all gifted me, but I got it hung up inside in there in the milk room. This Ford 8N. But the parking sign, I've been waiting on this. All right, y'all. I believe I got it all put back together. I gotta drive it some more. I want to get real comfortable driving it because in the next couple of days, we're fixing to use this baby. Also, when you guys sent me a pad for this seat too, let me put it on too. All right, let's see if she still cranks. I'm so excited I forgot to shut the door. All right. Neutral, done. Key on. Let's crank her.
I'm glad to see it's finally running.
Me too.
And I'm also glad that you gave up and let somebody else do it.
I agree. I'll probably still be working on it.
You don't have time.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Oh, I'm extremely happy. Well, watch it. Watch it. You ready?
I think so. You're not going to cut a wheel, are you?
My brain and my gut are telling me, Jason, let's don't do any cultivating, plowing, anything in the garden right now. Y'all, we've had 2 inches of rain or more in the last couple of days. I'm sure the ground's still wet underneath. We're fixing to look real quick. Yeah, it's wet. It's wet, so that's not good. That's not good. So definitely not going to do anything today at all. Definitely not. I do need to go check the weather and see what the 10-day forecast looks like, but this would not be good to do it now because it just harden up, and that's not what we want. We don't want the ground to be hard. We want it to be loose and fluffy. That's our ideal soil for planting in. So we do not need to get it hardened up. So not going to plow or anything like that today. All right, girl. No, would not be good. Would not be good. While I'm out here, let me show y'all something. Right here is where the chickens just were. We just moved these guys, what, a week and a half ago? Remember, the chickens have been through here and made this bare ground. I want y'all to see the ground now. Y'all look how green it is coming back right there. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now you can see where they were. You can see this right here versus this, but look how this is coming back. Coming back strong. Now we ran them through here all last year. So they've actually been on every single spot in this garden area except right here. Right in there. But my future plans with these guys is I think we're gonna take this fence down right through here. That's the plan because Moody really did a number on this fence when he first got here. You can see where he pushed it down right here. That's when we had to install the hot wire. We're thinking about taking this fence up and making this just one giant garden area. So we're starting to plant row crops this year. And row crops for me are peas, beans, and well, that's basically it. But Corn's another one that we can do, and more area to plant stuff like pumpkins and melons. And that's my plan, is this area for us, just to make our garden space larger so we can do a crop rotation. So I'm not planting pumpkins in this area every single year. We could plant pumpkins in here, say next year, and then plant pumpkins right here the following year. I plan on knocking this fence down and letting the chickens start running this area next. These guys will be moved over to their new pasture, and we can start running them in that back area back there too, where the pecan orchard's gonna be. That's my plan. Plenty of room for the chickens to be free ranging and out on fresh ground, and at the same time fertilizing our soils, getting it ready for pecan orchards, getting it ready for a more garden area. And that is my ultimate goal here on the farm. That right, Momo? That right, buddy? Hey, you see me riding that tractor, buddy? You see me riding that tractor today? Yeah. Looks good on the farm, doesn't it, buddy? That's right. Well, y'all, I am just tickled pink that the tractor's here. It is. It is going to rain all week next week, so definitely don't see myself using it next week at all. Going to rain all week next week. Maybe in the next, I don't know what the next following week looks like. It's just, you really do not want to plow, till, or anything like that when your soil's wet, because what'll happen is it'll make it get hard. It's almost like concrete almost. It'll be real compact, and that's the opposite of what you want to do in a garden. We want it loose. So, not gonna be able to use the tractor next week at all. That's like an 80% chance every single day, starting tomorrow. Yeah, not gonna be a fun week next week, is it, buddy? Making up for all that rain we didn't get last year, I believe. That's right. That's right. I did try to call Granddaddy earlier. He didn't answer his phone, so maybe he'll call me back today and I can tell him about the tractor. Is that right, buddy? Yeah. Ain't that right? That's right. Hey, Bo. But I got to show y'all something real quick. This is kind of sweet. Really sweet. Sweeter than tip right here. Right, buddy? Y'all look at this. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this. See if I can get this before they get up. Look at them three out there laying down. I believe them two are asleep. I believe they're all three asleep. Ain't that something? Oh my gracious, that is. Oh man. Where in the world's the boss lady? I don't even see the boss lady, y'all. I don't want to wake the trio up. Oh, there she is. Everybody's asleep this evening. Look at there. Everybody's out and about and asleep this evening. Well, I say everybody. The goats aren't. The goats aren't asleep. No. But everybody else is.